We're going to start on our backs with our feet thrown up over the back side of the low side of the chair. All right, so just position your chair somewhere that it's good, that you have plenty of room to lay yourself down. Scoot your butt way close to that chair and then throw your legs up and over, and then give yourself just a second to get kind of comfortable. So you want to just find a comfortable place for your legs to settle in. Make sure your shoulders can snuggle in. And then if it feels comfortable, you're going to bring your arms into goalpost right away. If it feels like you need just a few extra minutes to let your shoulders kind of do their thing and get comfortable, then just put them in any position that feels right. But just give yourself a few minutes. And then once you feel like you've kind of worked some things out, you've got yourself settled in just a little bit, tune in and notice, is there any place that you can wiggle into a little bit more comfortable? Is there anything you need to change or adjust? And then give yourself a moment to do that, and then allow a little bit more settling in. Shoulders are soft, arms are heavy. And then for a moment here, just tune into the floor underneath your back. And then notice the floor underneath your arms. So just notice all the places in the back side of your body that are connected to the floor. And then notice that slight, subtle change of connection points as you breathe in and breathe out. And then see if you can start to walk your awareness up your legs, and then just notice the points in the backs of your legs that are either connected to the floor, connected to nothing, and just notice. And then allow your legs to get a little bit heavier, a little softer. And then just for a moment here, become aware of the ceiling above you, the walls around you, and offer up a little gratitude for the safe space that you have to work in. And just allowing your body a few more moments here just to find this nice soft neutrality, this nice sort of settling in, and letting your central nervous system come into that rest and digest sense of being, rather than that getting busy and getting ready to do stuff. So just give that like little settling in, soft shoulders, soft legs, soft arms, and then set an intention here to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never doing anything in your practice that would cause your body pain, and just treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, just for a moment here, deepen your breath. Take a nice big inhalation. Allow your belly to fill up. And then as you exhale, let all of that air go, and think about just drawing the abdominal muscles in just a little bit to really release all of that air. Inhale and allow your belly to fill up. And then exhale with a little bit of intention, drawing the abdominal muscles down towards the spine, letting all of that air go. Inhale and allow your belly to fill up. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine, and then see if you can just tune in. Maybe you feel that little bit of a tug on the pelvic floor as you exhale, just feeling that pulling up and strengthening on the pelvic floor. Inhale and allow your belly to fill up. And exhale, draw the belly button towards the spine. Nice. Take 2 more breaths here like that. Inhale, fill your belly up. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine. Inhale to fill up. And exhale to draw in. Great. And then you're going to start to find a little bit more of a natural rhythm, but maybe a slower inhalation, softer exhalation. But now we're going to just start to turn your head gently side to side. So if it feels good to connect the movement with the breath, inhale to one side and exhale to the other side. So you can slow this motion down or take it at a rhythm that feels good to you. Noticing your shoulder blades, noticing the muscles in the back of your neck. Nice. Take one more turn of your head side to side. And then bring your head back to center or more neutral position. And we're just going to kind of walk the hands down alongside the hips. So now palms can rotate facing down to the ground, and then give a second. Let your shoulders kind of snuggle in. And then we're going to walk the feet in just a little bit. So heels are going to still stay on the chair, but now we're going to bring it into a little bit more of a purposeful tabletop position. So maybe your knees are in line with your hips, heels anchored onto the floor, hands down alongside the hips, palms facing down. We're going to press into the backs of the arms. So just feel a little bit of engagement in the shoulders and a tiny bit of opening in the chest as you press your arms into the earth. And then we're going to press into the heels and just lift the tailbone slightly off the ground. So what we want to see if we can find is an engagement in the hamstring muscles, the muscles that run in the back of the thighs. And then once you feel those muscles fire on, just lower your tailbone back down. Cool. Press into the arms, press into the heels, lift your bum just slightly away from the floor. Feel the muscles in the back of the leg fire up. And then lower your tail back down. Beautiful. Do that again. Press into the heels, press into the backs of the arms, lift the tailbone up. And then lower back down. Press into the heels, press into the backs of the arms, lift your tailbone up. And lower back down. Beautiful. One more just like that. Press into the heels, press into the backs of the arms, lift your tailbone up. And then lower it back down. Keep your left heel on the chair. Bring your right knee into your chest, soften your right foot. Draw your right knee in a couple of circles. Go in one direction. And then draw a couple circles with that right knee, go the other way. Beautiful. Keeping that left foot anchored on your chair, you're going to release your grab from the knee and then catch hold of the back of the thigh. We're going to make a little basket weave, and then you're going to push the back of the thigh into your hand. So you get this nice firm handhold. Hands are going to help resist. You're going to keep pushing the thigh into the hand and then take a couple of bends and straightens of the legs. So you keep continuously pushing the thigh out towards the chair or out into your hands, and then just bend and straighten your leg just as much as feels good. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Doesn't need to be extreme. We just want to feel a little bit of engagement in the back of the leg. Lovely. Take one more bend and straighten of that leg. And then you're going to lift the heel upwards, soften all of that. So release that pushing forward of the thigh. Walk yourself up towards the ankle. Let your chest lift, let your chin lift. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then release it down nice and slow and controlled. Heel is going to find the chair. And then we're going to take that to the other side. So you're going to anchor into that right knee, pull the left knee in, draw some circles with that left knee, go in one direction. Nice. And then draw some circles, go the other way. Beautiful. And then from here, switch your grab. So hold on to the back of the thigh, make that little basket weave, push your thigh into your hands. And then once you've found that sensation, bend and straighten the leg. You don't have to straighten it all the way, just a little bit. So you feel a little bit of engagement in the back of the leg, and just take it at a rhythm that feels good. Lovely. One more bend and straighten of that leg. And then you're going to lift the heel up, soften the back of the leg, release your grab, walk yourself up towards your ankle, let your chest and chin lift. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then release all of that down. take a second just to notice. And then we're going to step our feet off the sides of the chair so that we can come up into a seated position. So rearrange your butt so that you can sit on up, and then scoot your butt back just a little bit and find a nice wide leg seated position. So legs are going to be wide, but not extreme, just to the point where you feel a little bit of a sensation in the inner thigh and the groin. And then hands are just going to reach towards the chair, nice long spine, lean in just a little bit, just to the point where you feel a tiny little stretch in the inner thigh, and then hang out there. Take 3 nice big breaths. Cool. And then from here, you're just going to kind of walk yourself up. So you're sitting up nice and tall. You're going to bend the left foot in. So you're going to keep your hips facing forward to the chair. Legs are going to be angled out. Left heel comes inside, and then right elbow is going to come to the inside of the inner thigh. Reach your left hand up. Take a gentle side stretch. Does not need to be big. Take 2 or 3 breaths here, just tuning into the side ribs and the low back side body. So that place where the side body meets that low back. Take a nice big breath in. Awesome. And then lift on up, hands to the ground. If you need to, lean back into your sit bones, switch the placement of your legs. So now right foot's going to come in, hips are still facing forward, left elbow to the left inner thigh, reach your right hand up and find that side stretch to the other way. And then just see if you can tune in and notice that low back side body area. Beautiful. One more breath. Nice. And then lift yourself on up. And now we're going to swing the legs around so that we can come into a high kneel position. So knees on the ground facing the low side of the chair. And then we're going to kind of scoot yourself so that you're in the midline of your chair, just so that we can step the left foot to the outside of the chair. So we're going to find a little lunge here. Nice. And then toes tucked or released, that's going to be totally up to you, whichever feels more stable. But now the right hand is going to reach up to the sky, look to the sky. Exhale, bring your hand back down to the chair. Inhale, reach your arm up, look to the sky. Exhale, lower your hand back down to the chair. Beautiful. One more just like that. Inhale, reach your arm up, look to the sky. Nice. Exhale, lower your hand to the chair. And now both hands on the chair, you're going to curl the back toes under, pick that back knee up and come into a high lunge with both hands on the chair. Lift your chest, look forward, take a nice big breath. Keep your right hand on the chair. Left hand's going to reach up to the sky. Take a little twist. One more breath. Awesome. Bring that left hand back down to the chair with control. Bring that back knee back down. Super. And then step that left foot in. And now with that little kneel position, you're just going to kind of scooch your way over to the other side. So you're finding that midline of the chair, and then step the right foot forward. Nice. Finding that lunge first, firmness on the ground, lift your left hand up, look to the sky, and then bring your left hand back down to the chair. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your hand up. Exhale to lower down. One more just like that. Inhale, lift your hand up. Exhale, lower your hand down, both hands on the chair. We're going to curl the back toes under, pick that back knee up, find your lunge, heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Beautiful. And then left hand stays down, right hand reaches up to the sky. Nice. And then bring that hand to the chair with control. Lower that back knee down, step that front foot in, and then walk yourself back to that middle part of the chair. Curl both toes under. We're going to lift up into a downward facing dog shape. So you're going to lift your hips up and back, and then let your chest and your head settle down. Rearrange your feet as needed so everything feels like it's in a good and comfortable position. If you like, wag your tail just a little bit or nod your head up and down. Any little bit of gentle movement here that might feel good. Take one more breath. Cool. And then with a little softness of the knees, we're going to walk forward and find ourselves into a tabletop-like position. So hands on the chair, legs nice and straight. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your belly, lift your chest. And then exhale, straighten your legs around your back. Inhale, drop your belly, bend your knees, lift your chest. Exhale and round your back. Inhale to bend the knees, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the legs and round the back. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale and round your back. Nice. Take one more cycle of breath here. Inhale to drop the belly. Exhale to round your back. Beautiful. And then find a nice neutral spine. Walk your feet just a little bit closer if it feels good. Bend your knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in, round and roll up to a standing position. And take a couple of good rolls of the shoulders, just rolling them backwards and shrugging your shoulders out. Beautiful. And then find your mountain pose in front of the low side of the chair. Feet about hip or shoulder width distance apart, maybe closer if you like that narrow stance. And then anchor into your feet. Lift up through the top of the head, shoulders soften down. For a moment here, just close your eyes down. Notice your feet connected to the floor. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the air on your skin. Come back to your awareness down at your feet. Open your eyes. Inhale, raise your arms up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to a half forward fold position. Exhale to soften just a little bit. You're going to step the right leg back. Left foot's going to find that outside of the left chair. So we find that lunging position again. Heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Right hand's going to stay in the chair. Left hand's going to reach up to the sky. And then from here, we're going to straighten that front leg and then think about squaring up your hips just a little bit. As the hand reaches up to the sky, hips get square, look to the sky, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then bend that front knee as you float that left hand down. We're going to plant the palms nice and firm on the chair. Step your foot back, find a little bit of a plank position. Lovely. Nice and strong. Push the chair away from you. Broaden your shoulders. Take one more breath. Nice. And then take it into your down dog. Send your butt down and back. Rearrange your feet as needed. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Look forward, soften your knees, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Come into that tabletop position. Take one cat-cow here. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale to straighten the legs and round the back. Inhale to a nice neutral spine. Beautiful. And then press firm into your feet. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold down, hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften a little bit, stepping the right foot slightly forward, stepping the left foot back, finding that lunge to the other side. So just arrange your legs in a way that feels good. Heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Awesome. And then left hand's going to stay down, right hand's going to reach up to the sky. Cool. And then from here, straighten that front leg. Think about squaring up your hips just a little bit. Keep that hand reaching up to the sky. Take one more breath. Lovely. And as you float that hand down, bend your front knee. We're going to place our hands nice and firm on the chair. Step that front foot back into a plank shape. Beautiful. And then take it up to your down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, walk your feet up to the low side of the chair. Take a cat-cow here. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, straighten the legs, round your back. Inhale to a fairly neutral spine. And then press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands down at your side. Nice. And now we're going to grab our chair and just flip it around so the tall side is facing you. And then we're going to get a little bit of work in our glutes and then a little balance, and then we'll come down and stretch our hips a little bit. So just step yourself a little bit away so you have a light finger touch to the chair. And then just inhale, lift your heels up away from the floor. Just notice, see how that feels. Maybe lift one hand away from the chair. Maybe lift the other. With both feet on the ground, but a little bit of challenge to your balance. Just see where your balance is at right now. And then when you're ready, hands to the chair, lower your heels down with a little bit of control. And then just take a second, wiggle out those feet, make sure they feel good. We're going to shift our weight over to our left leg, and we're going to send the right leg out to the side. Toes and knees are going to be pointing forward, and we're going to take a couple of lifts and lowers of that leg. What we want to find is a little bit of an engagement in the gluteus muscles, or those gluteus medius, gluteus minimus muscles, those glutes on the side. So see if you can find that little bit of engagement in those side butt muscles. Nice. Take one more lift and lower that leg, and then we're going to lift it and hold it out. Press out through the heel, find a nice firm foundation, firm up your belly, lift one hand away from the chair. See how it feels to lift your other hand away from the chair. If all of that is feeling good, reach your arms up and out to the side. Nice single leg, 5-pointed star. Take one big breath. Cool. And then float your hands down to the chair. Whoo, lower that leg down, bop your hips out just a little bit, and then shift your weight over to your right foot. Left leg is going to come out to the side, toes and knees pointing forward. We're going to lift and lower that leg. And then just see if you can find that fire in the side of your glutes. Nice. Take one more lift and lower of that leg. And then lift it up, hold it out to the side. Firm up your center. Take one hand away from the chair. See if you can take the other hand away from the chair, and then see how it feels to reach the arms up, lifting up through the crown of the head, energy out through the fingers. Take one more breath. Awesome. Float your hands to the chair. Woo, float that leg down. Oh my goodness. Bop out those hips. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, now flip your chair all the way around so that you can come down into a seated position. And then when you come down to sit, just scoot your butt way forward in your chair. We're going to send the left leg out nice and long with a nice flex in the foot. Reach your left hand up. Think about up and over. Reach towards your foot. Does not matter if you touch your foot. Take one more breath. And then nice and easy, soften your knee, roll your way on up, slide that foot in, and we're going to take it to the other side. Right leg is going to reach out, a nice flex in the foot. Right hand reaches up, think up and over, and then reach towards your foot. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, soften your knee, roll your way on up, slide that foot in. We're going to toe heel the feet out to a little bit wider than shoulder distance, and we're going to take it for a fold. So think about lifting the belly up and over, nice long spine. One hand is going to find the floor, and then the other will come down to meet. And then everything can soften here. Let your back round, let your head hang nice and heavy. And then just tune in for a second. Just make sure the chair feels comfortable under your butt. Take one more breath. Awesome. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Let your hands find your knees. Gently lift yourself on up. Toe heel the feet in so that they're about hip or shoulder width distance apart. We're going to pick up the left knee, pick up the left heel, rock that leg a little bit side to side. Awesome. And then bring that leg across into that figure four position. We're going to rotate slightly, finding that knee, and then pull the knee in towards the chest, and then gently push the knee away. Pull the knee in towards your chest, push your knee away. Pull your knee in, push the knee away, and then rotate back towards your chin, lift your chest, exhale and lean yourself forward, and then come to the place that feels the best to you. Hands can rest wherever is the most comfortable. Soften the back of your neck, soften into your breath. Take one more breath. And then come up nice and slow. Keep your leg in that figure four configuration if you can. We're going to interlace the fingers here, And then we're going to just start to keep that nice interlace the fingers, and you're going to lift and lower your elbows. You're going to keep a light little squeeze between the fingers, and then just kind of pull the palms together, lift the elbows up, and think about pushing the palms down. So you pull it in, give a little squeeze, and then push the palms down. And do that about 2 or 3 more times, but just tune in. Feel that little bit of a squeeze and stretch between the fingers, especially as you bring the palms together. Nice. Take 1 or 2 more here. Beautiful. And then we're just going to unlace those fingers, prayer hands together, taking your left elbow. See if you can find the inside of your foot, and then leverage against your foot to find a deeper rotation. So rotating your heart towards your thumb. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath. Awesome. Come out nice and slow. Unhook your elbow from that foot. Gently lower that foot down to the ground. Take a second, kind of swish out those heels, swish out those knees. And then we're going to take that all to the other side. So we're going to pick up the left foot, the right foot, the right heel, and rock that leg a little bit side to side. Nice. And then bring that leg across, and we're going to rotate slightly. Find that knee, pull the knee up towards your chest, and then push your knee away. Pull the knee up and push it away. Pull the knee up and push it away. Nice. And then rotate back to center, and then just take that fold. Lean yourself forward to the depth that feels good to you. Hands wherever is the most comfortable. And just take a moment here to soften into your breath. Take 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. We're going to interlace the fingers, but this time interlace them the weird way. So crisscross the fingers the other way. And then just find that pumping of the arms again. So elbows lift, and then the palms come in for a little squeeze. And then just see if you can tune in, especially as you bring the palms in for that little squeeze. Can you notice that little gentle stretch in the webby parts of your fingers? Nice. Take 1 or 2 more little pumps of the elbows. And then either prayer hands together, or you're just going to take your opposite hand to the inside of the foot, finding the rotation there. If that feels like a better way to go. If you've got short little arms like me, sometimes this is quite a reach. So if you can bring the elbow to the inside of the foot, fun. But if that doesn't work out so great, just bring the hand to the inside of the foot, find your leverage there. Think about pushing your foot into your hand so you get that little bit of leverage. Heart rotates towards the thumbs if that's available. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Nice. And then when you're ready, release, come on up, help that foot come off. Take a second, give your knees a little windshield wiper action side to side. Super. And then you're going to start to scoot your butt back into your chairs, but now we're going to give our hands a good sound shake. So really think hokey pokey, really give them a good vibration. Let the fingers kind of wiggle, let the muscles wiggle, let the bones wiggle. Make sure it feels like it's a safe maneuver. If it's too much, soften it up just a little bit. But if you can keep that going for 1 or 2 more breaths here, really give them a good sound solid shake. Nice. And then just let your hands float to your thighs. We're going to drop the left ear over to the left shoulder. Let your ear get nice and heavy here. If it feels good, close your eyes and just for a moment, tune into your breath. One more breath. Eyes closed or open, totally up to you. You're just going to lift your head to center and drop your ear over to the other side. Take 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, lift your head up to a neutral position. We're going to take our awareness down to our feet, and we're just going to do a light and gentle tap of the feet. So picking up your feet, alternating one foot and then the other. So you're just like giving a good gentle stomp. So it doesn't need to be extreme, but what we want to find is just this light vibrational stimulation of the bottoms of the feet. So just keep tapping them out. And then if it feels good, close your eyes down for just a moment and notice. Notice the sensation at the bottom of the feet. You might notice a little bit of work in the quads. Take one or two more light taps to the feet, and then let your feet soften down to the ground. With your eyes closed if you can, scoot your butt way back in your seat. Find the back edge of your chair. Let your back kind of lean back just a little bit, but we're still going to stay slightly alert here for a moment. We're going to take our nose and draw little 1-inch circles in the air with your nose. So it's a small rotation of the head. Nothing extreme. We're not yanking the head around. We're going to keep it small, gentle, and mindful. Inviting a little softness into your jaw, a little softness into your cheekbones, a little soft kindness in your eyes. Cool. And then when you're ready, take those circles and draw them the other way. Nice. And then when you're ready, let your head come to stillness and start to let everything settle into your chair. Back gets nice and heavy, feet get nice and heavy, legs get nice and heavy. Everything finds its nice soft landing. And then just see if you can let go of any efforting that feels appropriate. Eyes closed or just a soft gaze, whichever feels better to you right now. Become aware of the floor beneath your feet and let your feet soften around the floor. Become aware of the chair underneath your seat and allow your thighs and your bum to soften into your chair. Become aware of the chair against your back and allow your back to soften and settle in. Shoulders are soft and heavy, arms are soft and heavy. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wake up the fingers and wake up the toes. Invite some gentle movement into your wrists and into your ankles. And then if it feels really good here, take a stretch like a yawn in your chair. Stretch your legs long, reach your arms up and overhead. Take a nice big breath back into your body. And then when you're ready, slowly release it all down. Sit up nice and tall, walk yourself forward in your seat and scoot yourself way forward to the front end of your seat so you have plenty of room to move. And we're going to take our hands and we're just going to lightly pat down the outsides of the thighs, down the legs, across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs. Give your belly a little rub. And then do that again. Pat down the outsides of the legs, pat across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs to your belly, and give your belly a little rub. Nice. One more time, just like that. Pat down the outsides of the legs, across the tops of the feet, up the insides of the legs, and then to your belly, give your belly a little rub. Beautiful. And then we're going to take it up the left arm. So think up the outside of the arm and down the in. Take a couple of gentle pats up and down. Nice. And then when you're ready, take it over to the other side. Think patting up the outside of the arm and down the in. Beautiful. One more up and down here. And then we're going to take our piano fingers to the chest and give a nice light tap. And then once you're there for a second, just close your eyes down, tune into that nice vibration on the inside. Notice that vibration in your breath. Nice. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, bring your prayer hands together at heart center and Anjali Mudra. Bow your head to your heart. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. Take one more nice big inhale. And as you exhale, let your shoulders soften and think about letting go of anything you're holding on to that won't serve you through the rest of your day. And gently lift up through the top of your head. Gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Wednesday. Ah, my favorite practice.